All right, so did Charlie Kirk have an autopsy? I am Dr. Wolfe. I'm a forensic pathologist, medical examiner, and I have received this question so many times, tagging me, that I finally decided to answer it. And like you, I don't have confirmation of it, so I can't say for certain, but I will tell you what would be expected in a case like this. 100% of these cases, homicides due to gunshot wounds, should have an autopsy. I think the problem is people are equating there hasn't been confirmation of the results with there hasn't been an autopsy. And a lot of times, especially in homicide cases, they don't release a lot of detail. They don't release any kind of preliminary and things like that to the media right off the bat in cases like this. Because, presumably there will be a trial at some point, and this is just the way the legal system works. Number two, medical examiner offices very often won't release anything until the final report comes out. The final report may be out very soon, or it may be out months from now, depending on how much testing they had to do. So it's really unpredictable. But I will say that I am so certain that an autopsy was done that I will delete all of my social media. I will delete this account. I will leave the internet forever if it comes to pass that he did not have an autopsy. Now, I've had some people kind of upset at that idea because they say, well, we know the cause and manner. It was a gunshot wound and it was a homicide. What's the point? Well, see, that's the thing with forensics is the cause and manner is just a small slice of the pie. You also have to tell the story of what happened. In other words, what did the entrance wound look like? Does it match with the distance that the gun was supposedly fired from? What structures were injured along its pathway? Did the bullet terminate inside the body or did it exit? Was the bullet fragmented? Was the bullet damaged in any way? And can that evidence be used to match that bullet to that gun and the ammunition that was in that gun that was collected? So that's why you do an autopsy. And then there are other things that we do where people will ask a question like, could he have survived if he was, inside or closer to medical care, basically? How long did he live? And the reason why those type of questions are important to deduce is that they come up at trial. Very often jurors, prosecutors and defense, they want to know the answer to those questions. And I'll add that this particular autopsy, could it be that a full autopsy was not done and it was only done as a limited? Limited meaning limited to the area of injury. So that would be head and neck. Presumably. There could be a chance of upper chest being involved. But the point is not a full. I mean, it's not a good idea to do that. If you are a forensic pathologist, medical examiner, it's always best to do a head-to-toe autopsy in the cases of homicide because you just never know what's going to come up at trial. If I was told that a limited was done and it was only limited to this area, I wouldn't be stunned. But I would be stunned if they said no examination was done. I refuse to believe that. And like I said, I'm putting it all on the line. I'm deleting everything and I'm going home in shame if this autopsy was not done. You have to do an autopsy in the case of a gunshot wound homicide. Period. Doesn't matter who it is. Doesn't matter the wishes of family. It's just, that's the law.